din ko magkape. Like, 3 times a day ko magkape dahil. Like, morning, auto.
Grabe na, Miss Juliana.
So, it's not just about having income, but about making sure it used properly, like saving, budgeting, and avoiding unnecessary spending. No, like, that business should help, not to harm.
Financially, no, I used to struggle with impulse buying. So, yeah, a lot of young Filipinos are earning now, but they don't know how to manage what they earn.
Maupay na aga, hapon, and adlaw, mga bay and ga. Kabalo na ba mo? Hali, hibal-an tayas. Brace to the talk that we need, the talk that we want. This is the vodcast where curiosity meets literacy. Welcome to HIBALUHub, BISAYA LIFE EDITION. Yes, well, here we are again on our very four-cornered room, our studio, where we unravel our very important knowledge that we may use in our life. Because here at HIBALUHub, we believe that literacy goes beyond just reading and writing. No, it's about understanding, expressing, and of course, connecting, especially through our Bisaya stories, languages, and our everyday life. And that is, I am your chikaga, Alona, and in this space, we will be exploring how words shape our world, how stories build our identity, and how learning, no matter how simple or deep, can empower us individuals and as a community. Whether it's a local tale or even a useful tip or just a new word to remember, you'll find it here because learning is lifelong and literacy is power. So stay curious, keep listening, and let us grow together only here at HIBALUHub, Bisaya Life Edition. Yes, today's episode, my dear Bay and Ga, is an extra special episode because we are going to dive into a topic that affects everyone, every student, and every dreamer, because this is all about financial and entrepreneurial literacy. Yes, grabe very serious muna ang topic natin ngayon. It's about financial and entrepreneurial, about money and business, So now you might ask actually, why does this matter? Kailangan man nato ni istoryanin paghisgutan? Well, of course, imagine this. What if you could just manage your money better? Or maybe turn your passion into a business that will change lives, even your own life. That's what is financial and entrepreneurial literacy is all about. And of course, now let's bring in someone na kabalo jud, and makatubag sa ato mga question that will regards of our financial literacy and entrepreneurial literacy, because she truly lives and breathes what we're talking about today. Because again, a very nice woman, a very nice young, driven entrepreneur who turned her love into coffee that will boom her own brand. Again, I won't take this any longer now. Please help me welcome Miss Jeliane. Yes, hi Miss Jeliane. Hello, welcome to HIBALUHub in our very corner. How are you?
So I'm very fine right now, Miss Alona. I'm so very excited to Añon and meet pa today and for inviting me here.
Yes, thank you. Of course, Miss Jeliane is a very proud owner of Kapit Kita Cafe, a business known for its freshly brewed local blends, perfect sweet milkshakes, and of course the eco-friendly approach of a cafe, with 9 branches and counting. Her journey is both inspiring and empowering. So again, welcome to HIBALUHub, and we're really super excited to have you here today. So first, can you please introduce yourself to us? Like your background, what is your previous work? And how did you start, no? And this life sa cafe? And like, asa nagsugod imuhang interest sa cafe?
So, hi everyone! Hi also again,
Yes.
Miss Alona, no? So, again, thank you so much for having me here, no? I'm really excited to share a bit of my journey and hopefully give some values to our fellow youth listener, no? So, naka-ask ka ganina, no, where I started.
Yes.
Kung ani nga, naka-build ka sa akong cafe, no? So, before magod, like, I was in high school pag yun, mahilig ko magkape. Like, mahilig ko magkape dahil, like, morning o to.
Grabe na, Miss Jeliane, 3 times a day.
Mahilig nagag ko kape. Mo siguro, naliwat ko sa akong lola. Kaya anak mga tita-tito mo before. Like, may daw silang kape. Mas ako kung walay kape.
It runs in the blood.
Anak yun. So, ito siya, hilig ko kape. And then, when I was in college, separate din akong parents. So, nag-separate sila. So, technically, ako, pag-lisod sila og give sa kuha o financial for my college, no? So, akong gibuhat before to sustain my college studies. So, I worked some cafe. Ga-work ko mga cafe before. Ito, nakasustain siya sa akong pag-eskwela and I graduated at University of Science and Technology of Southern Philippines with a degree of Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Science.
Wow!
Yes.
So proud working student man si Miss
Of
Jeliane, mga
course.
bay and ga, no? Grabe. What a really nice and inspiring story, no?
Yes.
Grabe, I was really amazed, Miss Jeliane, no? And aside from that, let me clarify again, 9 branches? 9 branches of Kapit Kita
Yes.
Cafe!
Yes, that's true.
Wow! How did you handle that 9 branches?
So, kung ano ka na, first, lisod siya. Kaya of course, before ka nang start ko gamay, and then wala ko na-expect na budako siya, no? Pero at the same time, with the help of my friends and with the support sa mga people, nalaman po ba ang 9 branches karon, no? And actually, we're going to open our 10th branches
Wow!
karon.
Grabe!
Yes!
Perfect! Let's give a round of applause for Miss Jeliane. Mga bayan ga, your virtual round of applause. Grabe!
So much.
You know, I'm really in awe and I can't really speak much. Kaya grabe, makaingon ko nga, amazing kayo na, Miss Jeliane, no? A young, driven entrepreneur, naka-graduate of science education, and now having, like, ang 10 cafes in total, mag-open nilang 10 cafe.
Yes.
Wow, grabe, no? So, of course, with your experiences and about business, in your business sa cafe, let us start this strong. Our very serious moments,
Yes.
no? Kay mag-talk man ta about financial entrepreneurial literacy, no? So, in your own words, Miss Jeliane, how would you define financial literacy and entrepreneurial literacy?
Grabe, very interesting ang pangutana, Miss Alona, no?
Yeah.
So, for me, financial literacy is simplify understanding how to handle money wisely. Very important na siya na as an entrepreneur, no? And also, it's not just about having income, but about making sure it used properly, like saving, budgeting, and avoiding unnecessary spending, no? Kay very important siya na siya for me as a owner sa akong cafe. Importante kaya na siya nga mga butang. And then, dili lang po na siya sa mga owners sa mga cafe. Sa uban po na siya nga mga people. Like, tanan na siya nga tao nga na dapat makabalog yun, ana. No? And I really learned this the hard way when I started my cafe. I had to track every peso lugit. Tanan-tanan lugit gikan sa pinakagamay hangtod sa pinakadako, no? Like from milk to the cost of the milk to the rent of even the napkins, tanan-tanan yun. So, grabe yun nga struggle ko na akong naalian before ko nakabot yung nani nga branches na ko sa kong cafe, no?
Login, no? I really
Yes.
like it and I really love it, no? So, how does your cafe began then? Kano sa ba nagsugod and how did it started, Miss Jeliane?
So, before, nag-start dito ko sa pandemic. Kay after I graduated in college, nag-pandemic. So, moto siya nga, tungod sa kung kanilig og kape, di ba, bawal man yung gawas, di ba? So, bawal yung gawas. So, moto nga, dito ko sa mong house, ga-create sa kong mga coffee. Like, I do experiments sa kong mga coffee. Kay, to sustain sa kong pangangailangan, di ba?
Yeah.
Ay, hindi may makagawa. So, as a person nga mahilig sa coffee and naka-work experiment, and then gina-post ako siya sa akong Facebook, IG, and TikTok. And surprisingly, no, a lot of people like my coffee and people pag ginigaas nga, ala, asa na, dapit ka naman, siya mapalit, ano na, without knowing nga, it's my personal. So tayo nag-ask nga, asa na sila pwede makapalit. And then, for pila ka, naka-realize ko nga, why not to do something para mapuslan ako ang akong hobby is ang akong ganahan, no? Kaya before mapod, kaya ano ba ko yung work since pandemic?
Yeah.
One could do, graduate, so sariling sikap ang babae. So my friends supported me a lot and I used to part of my online earnings kay online. Selling ako before, mga dress pa akong online akong pinasell before. Well, wala ko na kayo work, so online kuhan ko, mga selling ko mga dress. And tapos siya ang mga earnings na kulilahat ko na ko siya to start my first ever physical branch. No? From there, it's keep growing until nag-abot sa content branch card.
Wow, no, that's very incredible. No, it really shows how combining financial and entrepreneurial literacy skills can actually create big things. And of course, the moments no lagi mga moments na to dira where financial literacy kay very important sa atong business. Kaya connected man si financial literacy and entrepreneurial literacy. So, how does or what are the moments sa imuhang pag-stand ani sa imong cafe, no, where you can really say nga kailangan kayo atong financial literacy skills?
Oh, so definitely when we were opening our third branch, we almost overspent on aesthetic good, like as in kay nauso mo gud ganang dagan kay magbisita sa isang cafe kay tungod kay chalo total to kay chada ang mga ana so to gusto ko nga dagan magbisita sa ang cafe hapit may ma-overspend Miss Alona, no, like from the decors, lights and fancy packaging, like tanan-tanan yun hapit, but because I had learned how to stick to a budget and prioritize the needs versus the wants of my cafe and of course my personal. So nakabalo ko how to pull back. Instead, ana invested a better machine and employees ko, like na-train na mo sila para mas better ang dagan sa among cafe, no, and that decision is very helpful us to earn more in the long run. Yun, very important po siya.
Yes, very smart move, no? Ni Miss Jeliane, mga bayan ka, very smart move.
Okay, hapit na ka ma-overspend na.
Yes.
Kung ma-overspend niya to, di wala. Kung wala kang third branch, so nagani kay naka-learn ko how to manage from the previous na ko mga branch, na-learn ko na ko ng mga utang sa ito.
Wow. Okay, actually, like sa imong tell about your moments where you use your financial literacy skills is interconnected raw with your entrepreneurial literacy skills because you were able to really decide what's good and best where you're given the opportunities to do more and to do better, no? What a really smart move! An eco-friendly cafe. Pag yun, like, siya kayo siya paminahon, eco-friendly cafe, which I think I personally love because makaingon gid ka nga for the environment as well, not just for the people who love coffee, but for the people all around the world who really wanted to save our mother nature, which is supposedly kita dapat tanan, no? So, why was that important to you ba? The eco-friendly type?
So, I always believe, Mangyad Miss Alona, that business should help not to harm, which is very true, diba?
Yes, ganahan ko adto, Miss Jeliane.
So,
business is to help, not to harm.
Yes, of course. So in our cafe, we use biodegradable cups, metal straw, and source beans locally to support farmers. No, kay, of course, support dito to each other because we are Filipino, yes. Let's support each other, no? So, entrepreneurship also isn't just about making money, it's about building something that reflects your values and help others too. I'm so lucky po nga I have mga friend na mga kailang professional dito ng mga business owner. That's why naka-approach ko pabaga kung nakunti para mag-build ang akong cafe.
Wow!
Yes.
So that really speaks, no, that financial literacy and entrepreneurial literacy is very important
Very
in our life. Labi na kung magplano tag business, no? And of course, such an inspiring mindset, Miss Jeliane. Thank you so much for breaking down those literacies for your own perspective and for us, because in that way, we are both relatable. Not just kita duha, because, you know, I also own the business man pod, not just sa ato duha, but also sa ato ang mga bay and ga who are inspiring ng mga young entrepreneur pod or really planning to have businesses pod, no? Alright, so let's talk now about financial literacy here in our country or here in the Philippines. Yeah, so to help us explore this topic more deeply, let us all welcome another inspiring set of youth. Sure ko kailangan kayo ka, Miss Jeliane. No? There are also youth entrepreneurs who help Miss Jeliane build the dreams. So let us all welcome Mr. Jester, Bryan, Dahan, and Miss Angelica Rios. Yay! Hi! Welcome to HIBALUHUB. Welcome. So, how are you guys? Grabe, oy. So, you've been friends for a long time?
Yes.
Wow. So, how are you guys? Nga na mo karon diri sa ato ang HIBALUHUB.
I'm so excited today, no? So, hi, everyone!
Dili halata nga excited siya. Dili gid halata.
Yes, dili na to makita no nga excited kayo. Pero si Mr. Jester, how are you, man? Medyo nonchalant din yung isa ka friend.
Siya dai, siya.
Pero I'm really much amazed nga kamo as friends, you did contribute para sa business ni Miss Jeliane. What amazing real friends. Mo ito imong gina-mention ganiyan nga friends who supported you.
Yes.
They're one of them, diba?
Very supportive, good, like everything from breakdown to paana, yun sila always. Like, isa ka chatan, isa ka tawagan, like, naada yun.
Oh, alright, no? But, Miss Angelica and Mr. Jester, of course, na ko yung questions. First, since you are business partners with Miss Jeliane, can you briefly describe or, share with us your business background?
So, hi everyone, I help Jeliane with the logistics and brand expansion as well. So, I also run a delivery business that actually promote an eco-friendly packaging, and I also learn a lot about reinvesting and being efficient with the resources.
Wow! Grabe ka amazing, no?
Yes. Very
Wow,
amazing
Mr.
siya ng
Jester.
friend.
Eco-friendly din, no? Grabe, for the ecology, our environment, guys. How about you, Miss Angelica?
So, hello, I handle digital marketing for the cafe. I am also a content creator for youth-run brands. So, financially, I used to struggle with impulse buying. So,
Lahi niya impulse buying, Miss Alona no. Kung makita niya, may ito niya dito.
Ang ako nga impulsive buying yun, yung on sale siya, mo pa din yun na rin. So, murag kita na
Yes.
I'd buy anything cute and online. So, but now I budget and tracking my income strictly.
Wow! So, let's shift a bit, So, based on what you've seen or what you experienced, so how would you describe the current state of financial literacy here in the Philippines?
So it's actually a real concern in view of the fact that according to the 2021 study of Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, there's mostly around 25% of adult Filipinos that are actually considered financially literate. So that means that there's still a huge amount of percentage that there's still a lot of Filipino that are actually struggling about financial basic decisions like budgeting, saving, or not being in debt.
Oh, diba? Grabe. No, marag gamay kayo ang percentage sa mga
Yes.
financial literate, nga mga Filipino.
Which is very so sad din kayo na siya nga.
Yes, so sad siya, Kaya syempre, kung natadali sa Pilipinas, and you say that only, what percent again?
25%.
25%? Where are the 75%
Yeah.
Filipinos? No? So, grabe siya ka-concerning. Lisod kaayo gid mag-budget. Labi na naanda rin, di ba?
So, I also noticed in our community that I've seen many students and also working adults that who are not really tracking their expenses, and mostly of them learn about money the hard way. When they just learn it when they are already in debt or already there's an emergency that happened.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, so in your case, Mr. Jester, do you have any experiences in your own case about this?
Well, in my case, mostly of those financial habits that I learned is actually through business, and I also taught myself how to reinvest, and also I taught myself how to self-budget, to control my budgetings because ganda mga gastador.
Murag lahi dyan na rin napita kay murag gastos yun yung problems ay possible, but that's very nice. You learn your financial habits through business grabe yun. Kasi sa inyong business, dili lang mo pag-grow sa inyong business, but also let yourself grow as well together with the business in a really nice way. No?
And also through the businesses, I also learn how to separate my personal funds and also in the business funds, which I really believe that should be taught.
Grabe po siya ma-engage.
Grabe to. Explain
Grabe
tayo
to.
ang situation. How about you, Miss Angelica?
I completely agree, no? A lot of young Filipinos are earning now, but they don't know how to manage
Yes.
what they earn.
Yeah.
So, like Jester said, no, most of us don't grow up learning about money.
Yes.
I observe also, no, that even among my peers, only few have savings or bank accounts. And also they make or gakip sila kanang cash at home.
Yes.
No? So when they spend, no, it's often on like non-essentials.
Yeah.
I used to be like that too, no? Because I buy anything just in online, mga cute things like that. But now, I follow naman a simple budget plan, no? Which is to make sure that I don't overspend the money.
Yes, very amazing. Now, thank you so much for that, for sharing those experiences and very well na mga information sa current state sa Philippines no, in terms of financial literacy. But also, do you think that students today, or students here in the Philippines, have enough access to financial literacy? Like, actually access to learning financial literacy. No, like, we've mentioned on sa itong conversation earlier, kapag you've mentioned that there's still a problem yun, na hindi tayo financial literate, labi ng mga bata, because they are really not taught at home. So, do you think na enough ang access sa mga students karon sa financial literacy?
So actually I think not really, because for me, mostly I learned it's coming from YouTube and also trial and error. And also when I'm working in the business, I also experience some struggles where I also learned that struggles. And financial education isn't really common here in the Philippines or in education.
That's true.
Which is most likely it's situation where it's do it yourself or know it yourself.
Ba, grabe. Listen, Jude, when you say financial literacy, if you want to learn financial literacy, and then lacking there on financial education, listen siya less ang experiences, no?
Exactly, no? And it doesn't need to be complicated, no? Teaching students basic things like how to open bank accounts, how to track expenses, like that, or understanding
What great insights come from all you guys. It really shows how important financial literacy is, especially for the youth. let's give them financial tips, no, before we close. Let's leave, of course, our listeners with the concrete tips that, of course, they can apply right now. So, Jeliane, Jester, and Angelica, what would you advise to the students who want to improve their financial habits?
So, I'm excited for this. So, of course, tip number 1, track every peso good. Seriously, write everything down, even if just 1 peso. I keep a small notebook to update daily. That's how I learn where my money really goes, and they're very important. That. What about you, Justin?
So for the tip number 2, so use the 50-30-20 rule when budgeting. So 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for your savings. So it's simple but very effective. So I also use a budgeting app to help organize my expenses.
For tip number 3, no? So, avoid impulsive buying.
Avoid it, no?
Because if I see something online, no, and I really want it, I wait 24 hours before deciding. So, most of the time, I forgot about it, and that's money saved.
Correct.
Yes. And I use also labeled envelope system. And actually, kami upat kayo na sa business. Yeah. And 1 for saving, 1 for business, and 1 for fun. For expense for yourself.
Yes, what a golden advice for everyone. No, budgeting, saving, learning, and avoiding bad habits. These are little things that would make a huge difference. No, so as we wrap today's episode, episode of Chikahan Together. Now, of course, let's go back to the heart of all to understand, apply, and share what we've learned about financial and entrepreneurial literacy.
So since we were going to end from my cafe journey, I've learned that money, skills, and courage to go hand in hand. Dream big, but budget.
And whether you run a big business or sell online from your room, you can still create jobs and help others and grow something meaningful.
So even in small changes, no, like savings or planning before spending, can make a big impact. Literacy empowers.
Exactly, no? So to all our listeners out there, kahibalo ba mo? Hali, hibal-an ta, and let's take action. So whether you dream of owning a business like Miss Jeliane, Miss Angelica, and Mr. Jester, or simply want to stop living paycheck to paycheck, start with knowledge. Now, start with one good habit, especially to start today. Start small, start now. This has been another episode of HIBALUHUB, BISAYA Life Edition, where curiosity meets literacy. So see you in the next episode. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep living the BISAYA life wisely. So I think that ends us. So adios everyone. Bye. Thank you so much. Keep